Number 29, the container below is in the shape of a right circular cylinder. There is no top circular lid on the container, so that means this is open. The bottom circular base and the lateral area of the container will be painted. If 1 can of paint will cover 30 square feet, how many cans of paint are needed? Round your answer to the nearest can of paint. So when we are looking at our formulas, we're looking at a cylinder and we're looking at surface area. So this surface area formula is normally 2 times the base because there's a base on the top and a base on the bottom. But this particular figure is saying there's no top. So I'm going to only do 1 base, and then when it says lateral area, it's referring to this pH part. So we're going to say 1 base plus pH. That's going to give us the area that needs to be painted. The base is a circle, so a circle is pi r squared. The perimeter of the base is the circumference, so that's going to be 2 pi r, and the height of the prism, or the cylinder. In this picture, our radius would be 1.5 and our height is 5. So we're going to plug in pi times 1.5 squared plus 2 times pi times 1.5 times 5. So for this part, I'm going to square this value and I get 2.25 pi. Over here, I'm going to multiply the 2 and the 1.5 and the 5 together. I get 15 pi. And now I can add my like terms together. 17.25 pi. If I'm going to have to convert it because there's no pi in this answer, I'm going to go ahead and plug in 3.14 for pi here. So 17.25 times 3.14, and I get a rounded answer of 54.17. Says if 1 can of paint will cover 30 square feet, how many cans of paint are needed? So if I take my area and I divide by 30, I get about 1.8, but I need to round up because I can't buy 1.8 cans of paint. So it's going to be 2 cans of paint. What's the total surface area of the rectangular prism below? So we're going to use the surface area formula for a prism. It says 2b plus pH, just like the cylinder. So again, in this formula, the b is referring to the area of the base. The base in this case, we could consider the base a few different bases, but it might just be easiest to consider it the bottom down here. 11 times 5 would be the area of the base, so that would be 55. Perimeter of the base would be all around the bottom, so it would be 11 plus 5 plus 11 plus 5, so that's going to give me 32. And then the height is what connects the 2 bases, so that's 6. Order of operations says I should do my multiplication first, and then I can add up my total. So I've got 302. Last for this page, what's the total surface area? So I'm going to go to my formula sheet. I'm going to look for a pyramid, and I have a formula here. It says the area of the base, I can use either one of these. This one looks easier. Area of the base plus 1/2 the perimeter of the base times L, and that L is the slant height. So I'm going to write my formula down. Area of the base plus 1/2 the perimeter of the base times L. The base is the bottom in a pyramid, so the area of that is 10 times 10, which is 100. The perimeter of the bottom would be 10 plus 10 plus 10 plus 10, so that's 40, and the slant height is 12. So order of operations is do all my multiplication first. So I'm going to multiply these three together, and then I'm going to add up the 100 and the 240.